Hi, my name's Frankie Lacerdo and I'm from the Embouchure project and from Brass Rehab. And today I wanted to explore the top lip in brass playing. What do we do with it? Are we meant to do anything with it? How do we activate it? What's its function in the embouchure? To explore this, I want to start actually by talking about the bottom lip, or more specifically the chin. In the brass world, we've been really good at talking about flattening our chin. Keep your chin flat so that you give the embouchure good strength. Why is this the case? So by flattening the chin, we're giving the bottom lip a foundation so that it can be at its strongest or its most confident. An example of this is if I got you to whistle, you can do this with me now, whistle but without having your chin flat. Nothing comes out, does it? But as soon as you flatten your chin, you can whistle. That is, if you can whistle. Not everyone can whistle. The same rule applies for the top lip. So we need two opposing forces. We need a foundation so that the other movement can be a strong movement. One word that's used a lot in brass playing is to pout as we play, but in that language, if I got you to pout, you would do that, and that's quite a weak movement. But if we provide a foundation for it and then pout, that's a strong movement. So that's what's happening with the bottom lip. So how do we do that with the top lip? This muscle, the orbicularis oris, it has two layers to it. So it can grip into the middle as well as being folded up. So try with me for a second. Pretend that you've smelt something bad, or try and roll your top lip up into your nostril, but keep your lips together. So that is how we can activate the top lip. So there's these muscles that come up the side of the nose, all the way up to our eyes, this way like a spider web, and it wants to stretch that top lip against our teeth. And then when we add corners to that, that's what gives the top lip a 3D shape. So much like this lid, it's flat and it's strong. And then if I was to apply pressure from sideways, it kinks forward, it pops forward. So that's when it's at its strongest. It's really important that we know how this works, because this is what keeps the mouthpiece off the teeth, it keeps the top lip being able to vibrate, and it prevents injury. I want to show you an example of me free buzzing without doing this activation and then with doing this activation. So I'm going to start with what I would consider a student sound. So a very young brass player. You'd often hear them try and free buzz and go that kind of thing, where the aperture shape is very spread, there's no focus. But you watch what happens when I do that same free buzz and then activate my top lip. You hear instantly everything just finds a slot. One thing to remember about this movement though is if you do experiment with this, pretend that it just finishes below your nostrils. So, whereas the extreme of it would involve the whole face scrunching up, and we don't want that. That's too much activation, but just going against your teeth. I hope you found this helpful, and please look out for some more videos in the future.